Hello everyone, my name is Masterstarman, and welcome back for more Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker, Day. I know. Anyways, last time I went through a bunch of school stories as we started up the Wind Temple. And in this part, we are fighting an epic but very annoying mini-boss. This stupid idiot who seemingly refuses to die, summons a Wizrobe and a special Wizrobe and a freaking gold-plated Dark Knight. And those special Wizrobes don't die in one hit to ice and fire arrows, so needless to say, this is a difficult battle. Very difficult. He summoned Piats, he summons Moblins, summons Dark Knights a lot, as you see from the opening alone. You have to fight one there, and those were the mini-boss in Tower of the Gods, so just one of them. Oh, man. Not that difficult, but I mean, still. Actually, somehow never went through the last episode without mentioning I have an iced tea with me. Anyways, I hope this episode doesn't have any retarded pacing things, because I never actually really checked in it. But this episode is gonna start getting to where the Wind Temple becomes really freaking open, as I'm sure you probably, or actually no, you didn't see it in the last part because I didn't actually open it up. Yeah, this dungeon becomes way too freaking big for its own good later on. Anyways, if you didn't catch my, I was talking about school stories last time. I mentioned I talked about my last semester towards the end of the last video. I mentioned that my first class in this semester, second semester, is, gym. After gym I have math, which is kind of tiresome, but oh well, I mean, it shouldn't be that bad anyway, despite the fact I didn't do that great in math last year anyways, but I mean, oh well, I mean, I can, there's always room to improve. And yeah, the guy summons another freaking Dark Knight, which is stupid. Great spot to get, like, Demon's Crests and, or Knight's Crests, Demon's Crest, that's a video game. Excuse me. Sorry about that. And, skull necklaces, and actually, Brock's feathers from the pea hats as well. Those things give off those, but if you don't have those items by this point, then what's wrong with you? Now then, finally took care. I thought I took care of that guy, but he had to summon another Moblin, which thankfully I can kill fast enough now. Anyways, this item is very, very, very cool. And it's kind of similar to an item we already have, actually, but it's kind of cool even regardless. Because you get the Hookshot. It extends, it retracts, it latches onto things. What a cool invention. Set it to X, Y, or R, and then hold the button you set to aim with, and you release it to fire. Hookshot? I find it kind of weird that they have the Hookshot and the grappling hook in this game, but they both function rather differently. Just that they seem in concept kind of similar. Anyways, so yeah, that's about the most of the interesting part of this dungeon. C block class is history, which thank God actually I have that, because I have history with my, the same teacher who I had oceanography with, and it's his first time teaching, who I did really well in that class anyways, and oceanography, like, basically, so, like, yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I'll be able to do really well in that class too, I bet. So, that class shouldn't be that difficult at all, and my last class is just English, which I should be able to do well in that as well, but I mean, there's one problem with English. As great of a speaker as I can be sometimes, as annoying as I am to listen to, and I don't know why you guys listen to me so much, I don't read for my life. I'm just gonna confess that right now. I am almost entirely a digital guy. I listen to music on an almost everyday basis. I love to watch movies, as bloated as the runtimes can be sometimes. I mean, if it's a good movie, then I'll watch it for sure. And our objective here is just to basically get out of this room now. And free Makar as well whenever we get up there, but that's going to be a little bit before then we get up there anyways. Yeah, my what am I trying to say here? Yeah, I don't like reading. And I just feel like it's honestly a waste of time. That's why. I mean, some could say what I'm doing with my life is a waste of time, and that's true, but I mean, I don't know. Like, reading to me just always seemed way too, like, quiet, awkward, and just pointless. Like, a lot of fictional stories I just don't care for, and I think part of the reason I learned to read, part of the reason, I learned to read well despite reading books when I was in, elementary school was probably from playing Ocarina of Time as a kid. That's probably, I could blame one thing for, I knew how to read and write before I played Zelda, but I mean, playing Zelda definitely did help my reading ability, and, I guess that's probably why. Now, Ocarina of Time is one of those games that I feel like it's often kind of hated upon and a tad bit on the overrated side, because I think that all Zelda games are just about equal. But I think maybe it's just that I grew up with the game. That was probably the first Zelda game I really got into, and I really enjoyed that game when I first played that. In fact, I remember when I first played that game, funny story, when I first played that game, by the way, you need Makar in this room, so I don't know why I came here. And I didn't mention it, the trees you can grapple on with the hookshot as well. Makar mentions that whenever you come back to that previous room with him, but I didn't actually free him yet, that's the problem. What was I trying to say? Something about Ocarina of Time, yeah. When I first played Ocarina of Time, I honestly thought that the Great Deku Tree was, close to the end of the game. I'm not sure why, but that's what I thought. I'm looking back on it, oh wow, I thought, there was a complete whole other game ahead of me, and I remember me and a bunch of guys, we were all playing through the game side by side, basically, around the same time, and whenever one of us got stuck, we all helped each other out. And then you have to put the iron boots on when pulling this, because otherwise you'll get grappled towards it. And now we free, that's basically just how you free Makar. You can take him out, and you get a stupid joy pendant, which we collected a bunch of times before. I'm trying to remember, I think I just play Command Melody to get Makar out of here. Yeah, so I'm trying to think of some other funny stories, but I kind of can't. That's I would like to think of some, but I really can't think of any at the moment. Anyways, oh wow, I don't know what's up with this to lag, because I almost never have lagging issues, and I have it on, really, really low quality setting on the preview window in Vegas, and even then it's still lagging like a monster. I'm not sure why, but I'll see if I can lower it. It'll still be hell to desync this like it was for the last few videos. Okay, this seems like a little bit better. Yeah, this seems a bit better than what it last was. I'm trying to aim with the gyro thing. As much as I like the gyro controls for this game a lot, I do agree it is kind of hard to aim these things. And why I put the iron boots on, I have no idea. Will I play in really... or rather watch, I should say. I'm surprised. Yeah, like a fireball just suddenly goes to my car. Why would it do that, really? Thank God this isn't the GameCube version where every single time it shows Link afterwards with the animation of him playing the song, where it's... Like, I'm glad they fixed that up. Yeah, I barely dodged that fire, but... Girl, let me stand next to your fire. I don't know. That song is awesome. If you know what song I'm referencing, then you're awesome, because that guy is really awesome, and may he definitely rest in peace. These bubbles are really annoying, because this is the kind that curse you. And I basically figured that, hey, my car could probably distract these losers here, but... Which he kind of does, and you don't even need to really get all these. I know these things sometimes trigger events, but I don't think there's a shutter door in this room, so... Like, I don't see why you would need to. And you can't kill these ones with the, bow either. I don't understand why, because you can kill the red ones with the bow. But you have to use either the hookshot or the hookshot or the leaf. Which, good luck hitting them from this distance with either of those items. That far off one is impossible to hit with the hookshot without, like, hit. Da! My God. How many years has it been since I referenced that of all things on my channel? Like, 2 almost? God. I really loved the Rabbids back in the day, back when it was just like Rabbids 1 and 2. Like, I mean, the Rabbids aren't that bad. Sure, they've definitely overexhausted their welcome, but I mean, they're not. They're funny anyway, but it's a funny that's exhausted its value, I think. I mean, I have the first Rayman Raving Rabbids, which I don't even play that often just because I find the minigames tiresome, and that's all that game really is just the minigames. As funny as they can be sometimes, I don't know, I just find that game to be a bit too tiresome for my own taste. And I haven't played any of the other Rabbids games. I do some co-op, some multiplayer stuff with Rabbids, but the main game, you have to play the main game to unlock the stuff in the main game. I just find it too boring. And to add on insult to injury, there's a freaking wall master at the freaking top of this room. I hate this room a lot, if you can't tell. I do kind of like the idea of this hookshot grappling on trees. It reminds me of a really, really weird old dream I once had that I think I got once from watching someone play a really minor part in Majora's Mask. You know, the part where you have to hookshot up the trees to climb up to the top of, to reach Ikana Canyon. I must have been watching someone play that, because I thought I imagined, like, that, but, like, at the top of Tall Tall Mountain in Super Mario 64. I don't know, it was really weird, but, yeah. You know what, actually, I think we've been through a lot in this episode. The video does kind of drag on a little bit more from here on out, so I think in the next part, we're going to progress on further through the Wind Temple, and after that, I guess we'll see you guys, hopefully for the boss, but I don't honestly know, and that's not what you're supposed to do at all, because this place down here is annoying. Yeah, you can see why I hate this room now. See you guys then. Love you guys. Peace.